So I'm only a little bit obsessed with terrible mobile game ads, especially the ones where it's like, oh no, I've come home and my husband is cheating on me. Should I join in? Also, I'm pregnant. So we're gonna be looking at one of those games. They're all basically the same. This one's called Chapters, and we're gonna be reading a story called Calendar Girl. Your family is in danger. To what lengths will you go to save it? How about taking a year off to work for rich and handsome men? Oh no. So the first time I played through this, I totally missed that this was written by an actual author of books who writes
wicked and hot love stories.
So not only is this a choose your own adventure sexy time, but this is also an adaptation of a series of novels written by the original author. Ready to have a
wicked hot time with me?
I'm gonna go through the plot pretty quickly because the plot goes very quickly. It follows this wonderful style where you just kind of dump all of your real plot at the very beginning to establish stakes, and then for the rest you can kind of meander, do whatever. So we get into it real quick. Our main character, Zesty, doesn't believe that love is real because all of her past relationships have ended poorly. And her most recent boyfriend, Blaine, happened to be a loan shark, and her dad happened to need a lot of money, so they got along swimmingly. My favorite thing about Episode is how awkward all of the animation is in it. This one doesn't even bother. This one has about 3 expressions your character can have, and no animation whatsoever. But you know what it does have? They just have the picture of your character with an expression on their face and a color in the background to tell exactly how they're feeling. You turn blue when you're sad, you turn red when you're angry, and you turn green when you talk about your ex-boyfriend's small wiener. What adult calls it a wiener? I've really struggled to find a word less sexy than wiener. Anyways, you get called to the hospital where your dad has had a bit of a accident. And he was found like half dead outside your house. It's cool, it's all fine. Don't worry about it.
Hey baby, did you get my message?
Did my low-life ex-boyfriend just refer to beating my dad half to death as a message?
Hey, hate to change the subject, but you are looking super hot these days.
How do you... Oh, you scumbag. Just as you feared, Blaine is standing right there.
お前はもう死んでいる。何?
So your dad owes your ex-boyfriend $1 million. And so you gotta pay him back. How am I gonna do this? Well, I guess I'd make a lot of money as a call girl. I am pretty hot. I really like the alternate version of this story where it's like, God damn, I gotta make $1 million. Time to jumpstart my TikTok career. You tell your aunt everything that's been going on, and I don't know if I've mentioned it enough, but this thing has the best writing. Will this savage accept payments? Yes. I didn't even have to beg, although he did like me down on my knees. So you agree to take the job, and it's time for a makeover, which is a little bit strange for a game that has like a total of 3 art assets and gives you a different color to tell you exactly how you're feeling at a given moment. Spoiler alert, none of this matters. It's all a choice intended to make the player feel like they have some sense of power, but they don't. You have no power, you're nothing. You go from this to this.
Awesome! Wow!
Now, are you feeling disappointed, relieved, or pure lust? You have to pay real money to feel anything but disappointed. That's not like a plot decision, that's not an action, that's not a anything. That's just, oh man, he's attractive. He's okay. Dime a dozen in LA, but probably impressive anywhere else. At the turn of each month on the calendar, you'll get a new client. So that's why it's called Calendar Girl. Not because you're a calendar girl, but because you get a new man each month. You have this moment of indecision where you're like, wait a second. I wanted to be an actor. I had goals, aspirations. But hey, I could just roleplay with these men and perfect my craft.
What was I so nervous about?
Looks like I'm your new calendar girl. That's the end of episode 1, but we're gonna do episode 2 because... So you show up to this guy's place on your motorcycle because you're cool and you're hip, you know what's up. You happen to see this surfer off in the distance, completely unrelated. You can't take your eyes off the surfer. It's a beautiful sight. He's part of the ocean. A wetsuit compresses everything down so tightly, and yet whatever he's got must be enormous. Well. Looks like I get to feel pure lust. And I don't even have to pay for it. Big surprise! The surfer's your client, and so you get to walk around and be impressed. Wow, he's so rich. Wow, he's so handsome. Huh. That's the view of the house, but this is the view from the master bedroom. How? He's handsome, he's hung, he's generous. The Holy Trinity. This is the type of writing that gets you published. I don't know if you've noticed, but this story is a tad bit sexual, and that's fine. Everyone can enjoy a good erotic story from time to time, but why in this format? I just don't know that big purple text boxes are the most,
Alluring.
You know the difference between this fictional, handsome, hung, and generous man and you, the player, playing this game? If I get to see you naked, it won't be because I'm paying for it. That's all of episode 2. You walk around his house, there's something about his steely member, and then it's over. I would say the story has no conflict, except for it has all of its conflict shoved at the beginning of the story. The hardest decision you have to make in this game is, should I go to my room and get ready for my debut as a professional escort? Or should I do something about this sexual energy so I'm less nervous? I think I'd better not do anything inappropriate, pleasure myself. That is the decision that each and every one of us has to make every moment of every day. I still have some dignity, so I didn't pay to see what would happen, but this game can't possibly show anything. So what's the point? What is this all about? I don't understand. Why take your erotic novel and go to chapters, and well, chapters probably came to her, and be like, hey, do you want to make the worst possible version of your story that probably wasn't very good in the first place? Fantastic, sign here. Why put your story, your
Wickedly hot
love story, on an app that no one over the age of 14 has downloaded? Except for me. I think I'm done. Unless, of course, this video were to say get, I don't know, 1,000 views. Maybe you should share it with your friends and family, because it's definitely something you should share with your family. And while you're at it, why not subscribe to the channel for more great videos like this every single Saturday? Right into that subscription feed. It's good stuff, isn't it? Anyways, thanks for being here. I'll see you guys next Saturday.